Morning, everyone. Glad to be with you. It's my honor to introduce our very special guest speaker. Um, Terrell Cadd is a senior at Virginia Tech, majoring in aerospace engineering, and he participated in the STEM Takes Flight program in the summer of 2019. And in the summer of 2020, he was selected for the NASA Academy at Langley Research Center, which it's a pretty big honor to get selected. And so he completed that academy in summer of 2020, and they liked him so well, they're keeping him on for a fall of 2020. So, Terrell, the stage is all yours. And I will.
Awesome. I'll start. Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so good morning, everyone. My name is Terrell Cadd, and I was fortunate enough to be a part of the STEM Takes Flight during the summer of 2019. And needless to say, this opportunity changed my life in more ways than I can express in just a few minutes, but I'm definitely going to try. But before I get into all that, I figured I'd give a little bit of background on myself. So next slide, please. So for starters, I think it's worth noting that I am indeed a non-traditional student. I actually started my undergraduate academic career when I was 21, and this was after I got some experience within the work field. Due to financial reasons, I couldn't really go directly from high school to college. But once I actually got into college, I was initially a business major because this lined up with the job that I currently had at the time, that was being a part-time supervisor at UPS. Uh, and I quickly realized that I wanted to do something more. So that's when I switched to engineering. And when asked why, I told them that I wanted to work for NASA one day. And at the time, I had absolutely no idea how I could possibly make this happen. And when you tell people this, they kind of, look at you like you have a third eye or something. But uh, because people who work at NASA are truly changing the world, and here I am, just a part-time supervisor. How could that possibly be me? But fast forward a couple of years, and I still had no idea how I was going to make this happen. But the idea of working for a place like NASA ignited a fire in me that I can't even begin to express or describe. And I remember walking down the hall one day at VWCC, and call it luck, a blessing or whatever you may, but I saw a flyer for STEM Takes Flight. And trust me when I say this, I lost so much sleep trying to put together the perfect application, because I knew that this was it. This is what everything had built up to. I can feel with every bone in my body that this is like my chance. Uh, but so I filled out the application, submitted it, and all that stuff. And then you have like the couple weeks between submitting the application and the grueling wait to figure out if it was selected and if you were good enough and all that stuff. And uh, I received the first phone call that I got from someone who I didn't realize at the time would eventually be my mentor, Ken Tedra. And you would have thought that I won the lottery at this point, and I hadn't even been selected yet, because I just got a chance to talk to somebody who worked for NASA, my dream job. And just the fact that I was even being considered meant so much to me. And then, of course, like I said, that wasn't the actual acceptance phone call. I received that a couple weeks later from Nicole, and I think I apologized at least 4 times by now for screaming in her ear on the phone call. But I don't think I've ever been as happy as I was in that moment. Looking back, I remember thinking that I was stuck in a job that really wasn't for me, because I had started, or I had taken so long to get back into school. And, being a non-traditional student and being a little bit older than most may prevent me from actually getting an opportunity like the ones I've been provided with. But in that moment, you all truly changed my life by giving me the chance to become something more. So next slide, please. So in regards to the impact, for starters, this, like, that opportunity that started with STEM Takes Flight opened my eyes to a world that you don't really believe exists until you actually are surrounded by it. Like, up until this point, my idea of a job was either being in a warehouse or working construction, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you mean to tell me that I can assist with, you know, pushing the bounds of technology and thinking innovatively and putting those innovative ideas and bringing them to life, like, and on top of that, get paid for it? Like, that's absolutely insane. Like, this is exciting stuff, and that excitement is actually something that is extremely contagious. I have a younger sister who showed a night and day difference in her interest in school after I got that opportunity. And this excites me because I feel like she'll get involved in the fields of STEM at a much younger age than I will. I try to be the best positive role model that I could possibly be for her. One day maybe she'll be applying for some of these opportunities in place of myself, and that's something that I actually hold really close to my heart. And this not only goes for people who are directly related to me, just being able to conversate about the wonderful opportunities that I've been given uh, with classmates and friends have actually motivated them to apply and in some cases even obtain some of these opportunities that they thought were unattainable, similar to how I felt prior. So just being able to convince others that opportunities like these aren't completely out of reach and to shoot for the stars just by telling my story is a really great feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. I kind of feel like I'm able to give back in a sense for the opportunities that I've been fortunate enough to acquire. And to add to that, you you have the additional experience that you should acquire with like general programming languages, software, and research that you gain that just flat out makes you more marketable. And that alone just opens up so many more opportunities to other uh, like internships and undergraduate research stuff. Uh, I actually recently compared the very first SolidWorks model that I ever made about a year and a half ago to something that I made recently for one of my research projects and something else that I did for the summer internship this summer. And the improvements are just mind blowing. And that's something that you can't really get from the classroom setting alone. It's something that comes with these wonderful experiences. But the more tangible physical results of the improvements that you get from these experiences is definitely one of the more obvious ways that my life has been impacted. I would say one of the equally important ways that my life has been impacted, but it's not necessarily tangible, is the confidence that I've gained. You all given me that opportunity to that basically took the the doubt that I had due to being like a non-traditional student and thinking that it may be a setback for myself. You took that and replaced it with confidence, and that confidence is something that snowballs. I'll be honest, like up until I got the STEM Takes Flight opportunity, I may have not, I would definitely have never done a conference, like a speculative conference, or even maybe even done this. But with that newfound confidence, I basically replaced the mentality that I had with a new one that basically said, what's the worst that can happen when I step outside of my comfort zone? If I try and don't succeed, just try again. Learn from it what you can. And this is actually what ultimately led to me presenting at the AIAA conference that was hosted that same summer during 2019. It was hosted by Liz Ward. And this was something that was completely optional. I didn't expect to get any additional opportunities from it. I just personally just wanted to grow from it and then use the opportunity that you all provided me with to grow as much as I could during that time. Little did I realize that this would actually lead to me getting my second internship this summer, and that is also continuing on into this semester. So that confidence that I gained from the STEM Takes Flight program ultimately led to me building connections that are helping me acquire more and more opportunities every single day. And I really wish I could like show some pictures of the stuff that I'm working on with the NASA Academy and stuff that I've done previously, along with stuff in undergraduate research, but I can't really because of the NDAs. But just trust me when I say the stuff that I'm working on is just simply amazing. And I still can't believe that I'm able to contribute to stuff like this. Uh, Next slide, please. That being said, you all willingly took me, someone who may have not got an opportunity otherwise, and made my future so much brighter. And for that, I am extremely grateful. The opportunities that you all provide to us as students, they really do change our lives. And I feel like I am like living proof of it. I'm not exactly sure where I would be without the opportunities that you all provided, but I strongly feel that my life would be a whole lot more boring. And the crazy thing is all this has happened over the course of less than 2 years. So like, what does the next 2 years have to bring? Like I am so excited for the future. So to that, I just want to say I truly thank you all, and I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you so much for all that you have done for myself and other students and all the support that you provide, especially during these traveling times with COVID and all that stuff. So I am so appreciative.
Mary, this is Bob Stolley. Trill, I want to thank you. You've made my day. You know, the energy level that you have, the excitement that you have. Once you've secured that great job at NASA, you need to get a part-time job as a motivational speaker. You know, the energy just exudes from you. You are such a great ambassador, not only of this program, and of potentially or your future with NASA, but also for Virginia Tech. Dr. Sands, wow. You know, what a great product, you know, Terrell, you are, and you are going to be unbelievably successful. And it's even more impressive that you're providing such a great model for your sister, who no doubt will want to follow in your footsteps, because who wouldn't? I want to start again and go to NASA now. So thank you.
Thank you so much for those kind of words.
Thanks, Terrell.
Piggyback on that. I'd also like to piggyback on that and say to Terrell, I concur. And what impressed me most is your ability to pay it forward, that your passion for what you're doing is not left out those that's not only, as you said, in your immediate home, but all the friends and others that you come in contact with. And that's going to, in my judgment, pay great dividends, not only for you, but as I said, you're paying it forward, and that's important. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Yeah, that's something that I definitely consider important myself, just being able to, you know, convince others to do more. So,
Mr. Cat, if I can pile on, we're lucky to have found you, and NASA is lucky also to have you as part of its mission. And I hope you will never again doubt your capabilities.
I haven't doubted myself in a couple years now. Nothing but confidence now.
That's great.
Oh, thanks, Terrell. It's fantastic. Look forward to getting together with you sometime in person.
Awesome. I look forward to that as well.
Okay. Terrell, thank you so much.
Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Okay.